Hey guys, I'm doing a video today, a tuition video or a tracking video of Helpless, which is on grade 4 in the brand new Trinity rock and pop syllabus in group A. And Helpless is from the musical Hamilton, which I'm a huge fan of. So when I turned the page and I saw Helpless, I didn't even notice that it said from Hamilton underneath it. And I was just like going through the motions of figuring it out, and then I played the track on the Soundwise website, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's that Helpless!" So I was totally excited, and a little bit disappointed that I didn't cop it from the from the sheet music. But anyway, it's that Helpless from Hamilton, and it's got one thing that you need to be pretty comfortable with, and there's two different ways to learn this piece. As with all pieces, you can just read the sheet and try and figure it out from the sheet, and you can listen to the track and try and line up with the track. You need to kind of do both with this one because it's got a little addendum at the top here, and it says the two semiquavers are equal to a quaver and a semiquaver in triplet time. So what that basically means is it has a bit of a swing to it, and on the anda of 40 yanda, it would be instead of anda, it would be like anda na. So there's basically a delay on the second one. Anda na. So if it was triplets, it would be anda, anda. But it's not triplets with 3 hits. It's anda. So the first note is twice the length of the second note instead of being completely even. Okay, so if that makes no sense, I apologize, but that's something that will become more clear as we go through. So it's only on the semiquavers, so you have to understand the quavers and the crotchets are not going to be affected by this. There's not a swing on everything. So as you start out, you just got bass drum on 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, and then you got the swing on the 4E and so it's 4E and 4E and 1, 2E and 3E and 4E and 1 and 2E and 3E and 4E and. So you can see the way that's swung. It's not nice and straight. It's got that swing to it, but it works so good with the track that if you're a little bit confused about this, play it without the track a few times, and if it's not kind of sitting right in your head, play it with the track a few times. Just these first two lines, and you'll see what I mean about the swing. So it's 1, 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 3. So it's not 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4. It's 1 and 2 E. This is swing. I hope you get that. Okay, bar 5, 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. This is a busy one and it's fun. 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4. That bass drum is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and that open hi-hat leads you into 7, 1 and 2 and. Okay, so this is what we've got. Full bar or full beat of semiquavers, 3 E and if that was straight, it would be 3 E and but it's not. 3 E and Do you hear the swing? Ba, ba, ba. That's 8, and then 9, 1 and 2 and. Okay, so that brings us to the start of the second page. Section C, hopeless, is where they say that word. 1 and 2. 1 and 2 E, a 3, up E and 1 and. Okay, so I played 11, 12, 13 there, and then 14 has a bit of a fill on the end of it. 1 and 2 E and 3 E and. Now that is a little bit tricky. That 3 E and. So, and with the bass drum before the on the 3 E and. So it's 3 E and play it straight. But we're not playing it straight. We're playing it with that little shuffle or that little swing. So it's 3 E and. 3 E and a 4 and so it's this is 14. 1 and 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and now you can go and with both hands if you want there. It's not fast, it's not going to be too hard, so it's fine with left there. 1 and 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and you might find that a little tricky, so work on it 14 on its own, and once you've got 14 on its own, go for the phrase 11, 12, 13, 14 and run that on its own. Just get comfortable at it. The goal here is that when you get to 14 you relax because you know it so well. You shouldn't dread your hard bars. You should practice your hard bars until they become what you're most comfortable at. So if you don't do that and you still have trouble with your hard bars, it's because you didn't do that. It's work, unfortunately, is the answer to pretty much every question you'll ever ask. And how do I do this? And how do I do that? And how can I get better at this? The answer to all those questions is usually work, unfortunately. Or fortunately, because it's an easy answer. It's just not, it's not easy to get through the process, but at least you know what the answer is. Okay, so after 14, at the end of 14, we have double line, double dot. That's a repeat. So that pushes us back to 11. Sorry, I just had to check there. My brain wasn't working. So back to the start of section C. We play 11, 12, 13, and then we play the second 14, which is the one beside 14, and it's marked 2. So that's what we sometimes get in a repeat. So we play 11, 12, and 13 again, and then on the second 14 it goes 1 and 2 E and that's the first half, and the bass drum is a little bit tricky there. 1 and 2 E and the second half is easy. 3 and 4. Again, the same as 14-1, 14-2 needs a lot of practice. 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4. Once you're good at it, then go 11, 12, 13, 14, 11, 12, 13, 14, 11, 12, 13, 14, and run it. Now, this is why I stumbled on the last 14. At the end of this one, we don't have a double line, double dot. What we have instead is a DSL coda. That's the phrasing for DS stands for design. Go back to the start. Al coda, until coda. So we're going straight back to where you see the sign. Sorry, not the capo. The sign is on bar 3. So we'll start back into again. 1. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 3. I messed that up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I like it when I get it right, and I don't love it so much when I get it wrong. Now we're on to 7. 1 and 2. 1 and 9. I'm playing this all wrong. It shouldn't be snare, it should be in click. From 7. 1, 2, 1 and 2. 9. 1 and 2 and now we're back into coda, because you see at that bar, that would be bar 10, it has 2 coda, so we're jumping into 16, which is where D starts. And it's very, very similar to C, except you have an open hi-hat at the end. So it goes 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and then on 21, because it's marked as 20 part 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So there's no bass drum underneath the 3 and 3 and the bass drum's on the so it goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that rack tom on its own over there. It's a bit radical. You got to practice that. So 20 part 1 is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And I drill that for a little while, just get comfortable with it. 4, 1 and 2 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Once you're able to do that bar on its own, then you try 16, 17, 18 and 19. Sorry, it's not 20, it's 19. Those 4 bars on loop. I'll do it now. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. It's not crazy hard once you do it a few times, but the first time round it's different and it's a little bit frustrating. So slow it down, count it out, get comfortable with it. We've got a double line double dot there, pushing us back to the start of D again at 16 because we're repeating back to there. We play 16, 17, 18 and 19 mark 2, which is the one directly after it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then on 20 we hit bass drum, snare drum and closed hats to end the whole piece. So I hope all of that was beneficial to you in some way, shape or form. I really enjoyed doing this piece. I hope that if you're working on these pieces, this is not a bad one to pick for an exam, I don't think. It's definitely one I picked just because I love Hamilton so much, and I love all the music in the musical, and I'd like to see more of them. So if anyone from Trinity is watching, just do a whole book on the music of Hamilton. I'm totally down for that. If you've watched this far, guys, thanks for watching. If these videos are helpful, let me know. If you want any of the earlier grades, I have them all in a playlist, so that playlist will be showing up in or around there at the moment, or if it's there already. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to move on to the next piece right after I finish this one, so look for that, and look for the playlist and all the previous pieces. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you the next time I turn on a camera. Bye.